Maths Olympiad, Class 7. Comparing quantities.
Ratio is a method of comparing two quantities of same kind by division. Symbol used to write ratio is given and it is read as is to. Ratio can be expressed as a fraction. Ratio is always expressed in its simplest form. Ratio does not have any unit, it is only a numerical value. A ratio consists of two terms. The first term is called antecedent and the second term is called consequent. A ratio can be written in its simplest form by dividing the antecedent and consequent with their HCF. Antecedent and consequent of a ratio cannot be interchanged. To express two terms in ratio, they should be in the same units of measurement. When two ratios are equal, they are said to be in proportion. Symbol for proportion is given and it is read as 2. The two terms in the middle of proportion are called means and the first and the last terms are called extremes. If two ratios are to be equal or to be in proportion, the product of means should be equal to the product of the extremes. If A is to B is to C is to D, then the statement is AD is equal to BC. If A is to B and B is to C are in proportion such that B square is equal to AC, then B is called the mean proportional of A is to B and B is to C. Unitary method. To find out the value of many, when the value of 1 is given, the operation is multiplication. To find out the value of 1 when the value of many is given, the operation is division. To find out the value of many when the value of many is given, unitary method can be used. The word percent means per 100. Thus, 12% means 12 parts out of 100 parts. If a number increased by a% and then decreased by a% or is decreased by a% and then increased by a%, then the original number decreases by a square by 100%. A number can be split into two parts such that one part is p percentage of the other. Then the two parts are 100 by 100 plus p into number and p by 100 plus p into number. If the circumference of a circle is increased or decreased by p percentage, then the radius of a circle increases or decreases by p percentage. Percentage error is equal to false measurement minus actual measurement divided by actual measurement into 100. If A exceeds B by p percentage, the B is short of A by 100 into p by 100 plus p percentage. If A is short of B by p percentage, then A exceeds B by 100 into p by 100 minus p percentage. 1 gives many. Gain is equal to selling price, that is SP, minus cost price, that is CP. Loss is equal to CP is equal to SP. Gain percent is equal to gain by CP into 100. Loss percent is equal to loss by CP into 100. Selling price is equal to 100 plus gain percentage by 100 the whole of into CP, that is equal to 100 minus loss percentage by 100 the whole of into CP. Cost price is equal to 100 by 100 plus gain percentage the whole of into SP, that is selling price is equal to 100 by 100 minus loss percentage the whole of into SP. An article purchased at a certain price is sold at two different selling prices, SP1 and SP2, thereby gaining or losing x1 percentage and x2 percentage respectively. Then we have SP1 divided by 100 plus x1 is equal to SP2 divided by 100 plus x2. Note, in this formulae, if x1 or x2 is positive, then there is a gain. If x1 or x2 is negative, then there is a loss. If M is the marked price and D percentage is the discount percent, the SP, that is selling price is equal to M into 100 minus D divided by 100. SP is equal to mark price, that is MP minus discount. One article incurs a gain of X percentage and the other a loss of X percentage, then the overall loss percentage is equal to X by 10 the whole square percentage is equal to X square by 100%. If SP, that is selling price of some article, is equal to the cost price of some articles, then percentage loss or percentage gain is equal to number of articles on cost price minus number of articles on selling price divided by number of articles on selling price into 100. Note, if it is positive, then there is a gain. If it is negative, then there is a loss. Using false scale, a merchant has an overall gain percentage, that is G% if he sells goods at X percentage loss or gain. Then 100 plus G by 100 plus X is equal to true scale by false scale. Note, if the merchant is selling the goods at loss, then put minus X. When the merchant sells Y articles with gain or loss of X, then percentage of gain or percentage of loss is equal to X by Y minus X into 100%. Note, if the merchant loses, then put minus X in place of X. A shopkeeper uses a false scale for selling and purchasing of an article. On purchasing, he deceives the seller by X percentage, and on selling, he deceives the customer by Y percentage. Then, overall gain percentage is equal to 100 plus X into 100 plus Y divided by 100 minus 100. If A by B is equal to C by D, then A plus B by B is equal to C plus D by D. A by A minus B is equal to C by C minus D. A plus B by A minus B is equal to C plus D by C minus D, etc. The rules are applicable. I is equal to PTR by 100. I is equal to simple interest, P is equal to principal, T is equal to time, R is equal to rate of percent per annum. Amount A is equal to principal plus interest, that is equal to P plus PTR by 100 is equal to P into 1 plus TR by 100. R into T is equal to 100 into N minus 1. R is equal to rate percent, T is equal to time, N is equal to number of times the sum get multiplied, that is doubled, tripled, etc. Example, a sum of money at simple interest doubles itself in 4 years. Find the rate percent per annum. R into T is equal to 100 into N minus 1. R into 4 is equal to 100 into 2 minus 1. So R is equal to 100 by 4 is equal to 25%. Simple interest is calculated uniformly on the original principal throughout the time period. If a certain sum of money becomes N1 times at a rate R1 in T1 years and becomes N2 times at a rate R2 in T2 years, then R1 into T1 divided by R2 into T2 is equal to N1 minus 1 divided by N2 minus 1. If the value of P are fixed, time T is changed from T1 to T2 and amount A is changed from A1 to A2, then A1 by A2 is equal to 100 plus RT1 divided by 100 plus RT2. If the value of P and T are fixed, rate R is changed from R1 to R2 and amount A is changed from A1 to A2, then A1 by A2 is equal to 100 plus R1T divided by 100 plus R2T. The value of P is fixed, rate R is changed from R1 to R2, time T is changed from T1 to T2 and amount A is changed from A1 to A2, then A1 by A2 is equal to 100 plus R1 T1 divided by 100 plus R2 T2 and A1 minus A2 is equal to P by 100 into R1 T1 minus R2 T2. A man wants to repay a debt of rupees M in n number of installments, and if the value of each installment is rupees A, then M is equal to NA plus RA divided by 100 into Y into N minus 1 divided by 2. R is equal to rate percent and Y is equal to number of installment per year. That is, if Y is equal to 1, then each installment is paid annually, and Y is equal to 2, then if each installment is paid half yearly.
Thank you.